Debra, or Debra, or Debra, or just Debbie, I think. Big Debs. I'll stick with Debbie, actually. Yeah, he's strong. I'm not gonna lie. Like, stand proud, Debbie. You're strong. You're hella strong. Honestly, if you put Sukuna in front of me and you put Debra in front of me and you said, hey, do you want to try take your chances with the dismantle or take the chances with the giant Death Star laser beam that this guy fires at you? I'm gonna choose the dismantle, I'm not gonna lie. Now, that doesn't mean I'm saying Sukuna's, like, weaker than Debra now. I'm just saying that when it comes to base, like, AP and technique, it just looks like Debra's technique is so potent. It's ridiculous. In this chapter, he is annihilating the city. He's tearing down skyscrapers with his foot lasers. I know that's a crazy sentence, but it happens. It does genuinely happen. He kicks Maharaga, he like drop kicks him in the face, and then uses his feet to fire off a giant laser grid that nukes the city. I don't know, bro. It's crazy, okay? But yeah, this guy he's moving. He's so cold, but I'm sorry, Debra is so cool, okay? He is just so tough. Chapter begins. We get confirmation. Yuka has the 10 shadows. It's actually a forbidden technique, and Yuka is granted special permission to only use some of the Shikigami's powers, and in this case, she is allowed to, you know, summon Maharaga and basically try and take Debra down with him, because why not? Not that Debra seems to care too much, because this guy is so nonchalant, he doesn't move a muscle. His face is completely still. Even when he figures out that Maharaga's adapting to his technique, he is still just so unfazed. Like, it's so cool. He's so cool. But yeah, we also get, oh god, sorry Megami, but we get confirmation no one other than Sukuna has ever tamed Maharaga, so Potential Man isn't even Potential Man anymore. He's just a bum. He's just Bum Man. Anyway, enough Megami slander. This chapter is basically just Maharaga and Debra running a generational fade. It's so cool. They're both awesome. The choreography, the paneling, like the artwork, the detail in the art from Yuji Iwasaki is just all phenomenal. Anyway, yeah, Maharaga's wheel spins. He breaks that ladder of, I'm gonna call them the killing intent beams, because that's what they are. They're like massive laser rods or laser beams of killing intent. Maharaga and Debra then basically throw hands. Debra does like block a few punches and takes a pretty strong kick from Maharaga, but then Debra just aura farms on everyone, bro. Big Debbie flying through the city, slamming his hand into a building to slow his momentum, and then just nonchalant, casually firing a massive laser beam. Like, that just shreds, it literally Toji's Maharaga, right? Bro has the Apple logo on him now. Like, honestly, I just don't even know what to say. He shreds through an entire building. He's moving like Jogo. He's moving like Sukuna. He's moving like Ryu. I don't know. He's just tearing up the thing with a single hand. No incantations. No, like, weird spells. No domain needed. His face isn't even changing. I don't know. He's expressionless. He's just nuking the place. I don't get it. He then effortlessly throws a whole chunk of a building at Maharaga, and Maharaga like grabs it with his big muscly hands before he gets blown to bits by Debra again. And then we get this insanely tough page where Debra and Maharaga kind of fall back down to the ground at the same time, and Debra figures out that, you know, summoning Shikigami must be a Earth-specific ability, similar to how Cursed Spirits are an Earth-specific thing. What's really nice about this moment, though, is you can tell Gege actually took inspiration from the anime's adaptation of Sukuna vs. Maharaga, because they do the exact same thing. You know, Maharaga and Sukuna kind of fall to the floor at the same time, and then they, like, throw hands. It's really nice seeing Gege take inspiration from the anime to work on his own fights, and, like, wow, this fight is just so good. You can really tell it is based off that anime version. Anyway, again, as soon as their feet touch the ground, they instantly disappear because they're too quick. They're back in the sky. Debra then shows us that the lasers don't just come out of his hands and feet. He just summons them all around him and literally obliterates Maharaga. If Maharaga hadn't already adapted to these attacks by now, he would die. Like, Debra is more than capable of one-shotting Maharaga. He just didn't know that he needed to do it, because he summons a load of these, like, killing intent beams and just deletes him. Like, he gets the Nanami treatment. Maharaga is now just Maha, or just Raga. He's just legs. He got gojoed. But not even, because his top half isn't even intact. It just gets annihilated. But obviously, it's Maharaga, so he instantly regenerates. The wheel spins. Debra is kind of like, alright, what's going on now? That's when he kicks him in the face with the giant laser grid of death. The city gets destroyed, and Debra then clocks that Maharaga is adapting to his technique, which is when Gege's narrator game comes in clutch again, and the narrator basically just word for word, bar for bar, copy and paste the exact same narrator shit as in Shibuya. The sacred treasure of the Zenin clan, Divergent Sealer Divine General Maharaga's power, adapting to any and all phenomenon. The ultimate counter move. It's like bar for bar the same thing and it still hits as hard. I don't understand. Gege's narrator game is just different gravy. The fact that Debra seems to have worked out what's going on with Maharaga and the fact that he still looks very nonchalant and not bothered means I don't think he's taking an L here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Maharaga, you're my goat. You know you're my goat, but Debra is just... Sorry, Debbie. Big Debbers. Debbie is just too cold, bro. I'm sorry, if Debbie has a domain or a domain equivalent or even a very strong domain counter, I'm making that Debra vs Sukuna video, bro, because a discussion needs to be had. I'm just saying. Like I said earlier, bro, you tell me you want to take your chances with a dismantle or you want to take your chances with this laser beam of death. I'm choosing the dismantle, brother. I'm sorry. Anyway, we then obviously get edged because we cut away from the fight and we go back to Maru and Tsurugi. They kind of have a little dialogue. They have a little back and forth. Again, choreography, paneling, it's all beautiful. Maru just glazes Tsurugi's heavenly restriction, which I don't know why Tsurugi suddenly seems so much stronger than he was the last time we saw him. And I don't know why Maru seems... I mean, Maru is in base. He's not even using his technique, but it does kind of look like he's struggling a bit. And I don't understand what happened there. We get reminded that one of the benefits of a heavenly restriction is that you have no flow of cursed energy. So it's very difficult to read their movements at all. Basically, he's the invisible man, right? Like Toji. He hits Maru with the flash step. You know the Toji flash step in the anime? When he like flash steps Ogami? He starts at the end of the hallway and in the very next panel, he's right in front of Maru. I'm sorry, Tsurugi, when he gets that full heavenly restriction, bro, he's just joining the heavenly restriction aura farming club. I'm sorry, I love this inspiration from the anime Gege's taking. It's so cool. Anyway, yeah, they kind of waffle on a bit about like how Tsurugi's heavenly restriction is broken and how he's really skilled because he uses the cursed energy and the cursed tool to do like simple domain and stuff, and that's all great. And then Tsurugi just says, all right, Maru, listen, lock in, bro. I need you Samurians and Debra off my planet, bro. You're causing too many problems. Get the fuck out of here. I can't be having this anymore. And then Maru's like, nah, but if Debra leaves, sorry, if Debbie leaves, you know, he'll have to go back to our planet. And if he does that, he'll be back within range of the contract with the Deskuntan Patriarch. And that'll be bad for him and his sister. So he can't do that. And Tsurugi is like, well, look, realistically, if he leaves, then he's going to be able to void the ritual with Maharaga. So there's actually a range on it. We didn't know that before, which is how Tsurugi thinks is the only way that he's going to save, you know, that Debra would be able to save his own life here. And it does kind of seem like Tsurugi's almost just given up on Yuka, which is, I don't know. I feel like we've definitely missed something in that month time skip, but whatever. Tsurugi locks in. He does his simple domain spots. Maru thinks back to how, you know, Dura and Debra fought, and he now understands the pain that Debbie went through of having to kill his friend. I don't think it's quite the same, Maru. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I feel like Dura and Debra had like history. You've known Tsurugi for 3 days, and he's been pretty racist towards you, so I don't think it's really, you know, you can't really compare the two, but hey, it is what it is, you know? Anyway, Maru looks pretty upset, and then something weird happens. It looks like someone else talks to him. I can't tell if it's just like him saying this to himself or thinking to himself or like imagining Cross saying something to him or imagining someone else saying something to him. I don't know, it's weird. It looks like his third eye talks to him. It's weird. Like his third eye kind of looks down at him and says, and you call yourself a warrior. You dare belittle Tsurugi this way. And then after hearing that, Maru kind of like looks shocked and then gets up and goes, yeah, you're right. I'm coming in for the kill, Tsurugi. Make a good effort to survive. And then he unleashes his technique. I don't know what this is. It might just be his own conscious, like just telling him to do this. It might literally be someone else. I don't know. And then we get the reveal of Maru and Cross's curse technique, also known as Chaos and Harmony, or as Tsurugi seems to call it, the Heaven and Earth. I'm just saying, we've heard Heaven and Earth before in JJK, but yeah, the main translation is Chaos and Harmony. The world basically flips on its side, and based on the editor's note, it seems to be some kind of power that controls space. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just wait for more details on that, but it looks really cool. I can't wait to see how both of these fights go down. I am most interested in Debra. Oh my god, I keep getting it wrong. I am most interested in Debbie, Big Debra, definitely. I want to see that fight with Maharaga. I want to know what happens. I also am very interested to know what was going on with Maru's third eye there. Maybe I'm just looking into it too much. And I think the other thing I really want to know is what happened in that month time skip. I can't believe I'm saying this again for JJK, that I want to know what happened in the month time skip, but I do feel like something happened because I think Tsurugi is like way too resigned to accept Yuka's death here. Something happened. There's some plan in place that we don't know about yet, I think. And I'm hoping it involves Yuji Itadori, but whatever it is, I guess we'll find out. That is JJK Modulo Chapter 16. Peak fiction, as always, it's amazing. The art is so good. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.